heard learned counsel for the parties and perused the material on record. Learned counsel for the petitioners has contended that the decree dated 2/8/1984 passed in original suit number 69 of 1991 confirmed in the first appeal number 198 of 1995 by the first appellate court and by this high court in second appeal will operate as res judicata in subsequent suit under section 229B of the UPZA and LR Act between the same parties and for the same relief. It is further contended that the Revenue Court has no jurisdiction to upset the findings of the Civil Court and to take a contrary view that the sale deeds executed on 5/11/1966 and 24/12/1974 are not sale deeds but mortgage deed. It is further contended by learned counsel for the petitioners that the Revenue Court lacks jurisdiction to annul the sale deeds. No relief could have been given in the respondents by the Revenue Court. It could not have directed the deletion of the names of petitioners from the property in dispute recorded in the revenue records to be substituted by the name of the private respondents as joint tenure holders while the sale deeds executed remained operative in law. On the other hand, stand of the respondents is that the relief claimed in the civil suit was in the nature of injunction, whereas the suit decreed by the Revenue Court was only in respect of seeking declaration as co-tenure holders of land in dispute. Since no Bhumidhari rights were conferred on the erstwhile predecessor of the private respondents, any transfer of the said land by Sirdars was impermissible under the UPZA and LR Act. Consequently, any transaction based upon such would be void ab initio. Learned counsel for the private respondents plaintiffs contended that the civil courts have acted illegally and with material irregularity in deciding the aforesaid issues in favor of the petitioners' defendants. It was urged that the civil court had no jurisdiction to entertain and decide the aforesaid suit. The suit was barred by section 331 of the UPZA and LR Act. On the other hand, learned counsel appearing for the petitioners' defendants supported the validity of the judgment and order passed by the court below. It was urged that the civil court had no jurisdiction to entertain and decide the suit with respect to the property in dispute. The provisions of section 331 of the UPZA and LR Act had no application to the facts of the present case. Section 9 of the CPC provides that the civil courts are to try all civil suits unless they are specifically barred by any statute. Said section provides as under: courts to try all civil suits unless barred. The courts shall, subject to the provisions herein contained, have jurisdiction to try all suits of a civil nature, excepting suits of which their cognizance is either expressly or impliedly barred. Admittedly, the suit was for declaration and injunction. Therefore, the civil court has got jurisdiction to entertain the said suit. However, section itself postulates bar of jurisdiction of civil court by competent legislature with respect particular class of suit of civil nature. It is open to the state legislature to bar jurisdiction of civil court with respect to a particular class of suit of civil nature enacting within the four corners of the Constitution. It is well settled that in law the jurisdiction of a civil court cannot be presumed to be ousted unless the suit as brought is specifically barred. Where the jurisdiction which is vested in civil court is intended to be ousted, there must be a clear cut statutory provision for the same in the relevant act. Over.